Good evening. Just came back from a lovely, crisp, fresh walk in the evening with family. Great way to kind of close off the day. Was supposed to go meet people, but wasn't feeling up to socializing at all tonight. So, excused myself and just went on a walk and thought to finish this. Now, I did say I would use more captions and some of the features here, so I'm trying that out. See, episode 16, protecting time. 838 days until we're 40. Um, so I have a bunch of topics I'm gonna quickly review in the next little bit. Like, do kids still say TikTok? Why these videos? Why am I not a millionaire yet? Blocking off the next 2 to 3 weeks. AI saves a ton of time and so amazing yet never enough. Maybe I should have just done this. Like, why blocking off? Duh. Duh. Anyway, you'll see them again. So first off, do kids still say TikTok? I mean, obviously there's TikTok, the social media app, but if you've ever seen that video or where people go like, "Oh, when you say phone, is it like this or is it like this or something?" I don't even know the other hand gesture. I just know this one. But apparently there's another hand gesture, and kids these days use that, um, or like this, but they don't use that banana anymore. And it's like, well, we don't really use watches around anymore. They go tick, tick, tick. So do people still say TikTok? I do. And I hope it sticks around a bit longer. So why these videos? In relation to time, I thought it would be nice to talk about this. For me, these videos are a reframing of time. It's a way for me to keep tick and talk of every day. And I'd love to actually go back and see myself in 10 years and the evolution, or how people take those pictures every single day and how they evolve. I feel like that would be really cool to see, but in video format. And it's a way to generate some content. I can say really whatever I want right now, um, without a massive audience, which is great, and then it can probably be refined later. And it gets me a bit more camera ready, camera comfortable, and learn some tips and tricks along the way. Yeah. And so in the sense of reframing the question of like, why am I not a millionaire yet? Um, I remember telling myself that I need to be a millionaire by 30. Probably a lot of people tell themselves that. It's a nice, I think, goal to have. It's a driver, and I'm like, well, clearly not there yet. I'm going to be 30 this year, and I I had to kind of rebase or reset myself a little bit and go like, okay, well, if we're not going to be a millionaire just yet, hey, look, there's still a few months we could be. We're going to unlock something in the Bitcoin space, so we still could be. But um, just being a bit realistic about it, I was like, uh, listen, the past 5 years or whatever I've been working on this startup, think of it like going to an expensive business school. You raised a bunch of money from people, you owe people money, you kind of really learned a lot and built up a lot of skill sets. And hey, people go to school for 5 to 8 years before they start making any money, and you've been making money all along, enjoying the freedom. And now that you have all this skill set, it's time to unlock the next 10 years, right? Like when people really start applying their medical degrees or MBAs. So that was like a little fun thought process around this too, in terms of like reframing time. It's like, instead of being anxious of like, oh, I'm 30, but um, creating, creating 40. And it's like you're not really competing against anybody else but yourself, right? Um, so specifically, the next 2 weeks, for anyone who does follow more regularly, I'll be a little more blocked off. I will still be doing these videos, but I'm protecting my time. I'm sending literally like out of office emails to anyone who's trying to get to me because I need to finish our proof of concept for ETH Denver. And I'll be counting down the days to ETH Denver, which starts like February 22nd. So I only got 10 days from here. And But ETH Denver itself is another 10 days. So 10, 20 days. will be really pushing to raise around and drive forward um, real world assets against Bitcoin as a DAO, Bitcoin real world asset DAO. Anyway, many ideas still there, but particularly focusing on Bitcoin lending or Bitcoin forward contracts in a self custody manner, both for us to actually showcase and utilize as a fund, but also for other entities to utilize our technology, because a lot of lending today is done in, because like you have to give up custody of your coins. And I think it's only going to grow as an industry, but we really need to keep custody of our coins, own your Bitcoin. If it's not yours, it's a huge responsibility on the other party. And look, it's just gone wrong before many times over. So we want to make sure that we can support people in that. And coming down towards the end, AI saves a ton of time. Like I'm doing a lot of work actually, even though, which I'll come to later. It's like, well, I'll just skip to it. It's like with time, and with AI, everything feels so amazing, yet just never enough. Like, I want more out of AI. I want more out of my time. I want more out of what I'm doing. And it's like, wait, look back like a year from now, you were not doing anything nearly as productively as you are now. For all that you know, for all the AI support that you have, the amount of team that you had before versus now, you're just doing it, as a one 2 person team. And it's like, yeah, wow, everything progresses, but it's all in hindsight. It's hard to see when you're in the moment. So again, these videos help me stop for a moment and reflect on that. So back to the previous one of AI saving a ton of time. It does save a lot of time. It's accelerated our development process significantly, especially in the Bitcoin space. I know I've been in this space for a while, but I haven't really like developed with opcodes and things like that. Just like having this entity, this AI, this intelligence to kind of go back and forth with, to go through the different scenarios, cases, edge cases. Um, yeah, incredible actually. Like being able to go through like a reasoning process, find faults in their process, and back and forth. Yeah, been using the Socratic method with AI, and it's quite effective. Let me know if anybody else does that. But that's the whole list of things today for protecting time. Thank you for listening, whoever is around, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Appreciate it. Bye bye.